Hello everyone, today we're going to be going over how to make the most efficient 90-degree turns you can. Now what makes this maneuver difficult is compensating for the momentum you gain through your inertia in the physics engine, or more simply, it takes time for you to correct your ship's trajectory. This makes things complicated if you're in the heat of the moment and you end up on a collision course with some sort of large object. This can either be an asteroid, the boundary and arena commander, a space station, or just another large ship. Point being, anything you can't just move around, but rather need to move away from altogether. Redirecting your momentum effectively requires well-timed use of multiple systems in combination with one another. Which combination you use will often depend on the specifics of your particular ship. Here you'll enjoy me practicing this maneuver with an Aegis Avenger and Sabre, and crashing repeatedly trying to miss this asteroid while turning at the last possible second. The components of effective turning are going to be the manner in which you angle your ship, adjusting your ship's turning effectiveness, and redirecting your momentum. First thing is to direct your ship's direction with either your pitch or yaw. Pitch being your vertical maneuvering, and yaw your horizontal. After deciding which direction to turn in, I personally prioritize my pitch over yaw, since it seems to be more effective in the Avenger and Sabre. I find this is due to the Avenger and Sabre having most of their maneuvering thrusters facing up or down, making their pitch more effective. This could be completely irrelevant when dealing with something like the car through wall, which has its maneuvering thrusters dynamically shift with the direction it turns in. So even if I want to turn left or right, what I typically do is roll 90 degrees and then pull the nose of my ship up. Whichever you prioritize will depend on the maneuvering thrusters of your ship. Now we're going to skip to the last step, which is actually the next easiest. The overall goal here is to hit the throttle once your ship is facing a direction with a clear trajectory. This will stop you from drifting into the asteroid or whatever you're set to collide with. However, this will kill your ability to turn, so it's important not to hit the throttle too early. The real trick is the middle step, in adjusting your maneuvering capacity with either your space brake or decoupled mode. The one you choose will depend largely on your skill level, your ship, and your current scenario. The easier of the two is going to be using your space brake while changing your ship's angle. This results in your ship turning faster while slowing down your current collision course, buying you more time you need to make the maneuver altogether. Your other option is to use decoupled mode. This will greatly increase your turning ability while preserving your speed. Using decoupled mode can be a lot more difficult with a shorter time frame to pull off the overall movement, but it can be useful when dealing with an opponent where you want to maintain your speed to be more evasive or to continue pursuing them. The effectiveness of each will be largely dependent on your ship's strengths. What you need to ask is whether your ship is better at turning or at acceleration. If your ship is better suited for maneuverability and it doesn't take too much effort to turn, then you might be better off using your space brake. This way your ship will have the least momentum that your acceleration will have to work against, ultimately making it more effective. On the other hand, if your ship is better suited to accelerate over turning, it might be worthwhile to greatly increase your rate of turning by decoupled mode, and then your acceleration and throttle can counter your greater speed that you're heading towards the asteroid with. I found that in decoupled mode, it was often best to really make use of that turning capacity and turn further away from the asteroid than you typically would need to. The further your angle away from the asteroid, the more your acceleration is going to work against your current momentum towards the asteroid. However, if you're facing completely away, you'll just end up staying in the same spot, making you an easier target for your opponents. When executed properly, this maneuver can get you out of some tight situations and help you to stay aggressive when you need to. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.